88. Check, check, check. Hey, move. Go! Ready, ready. Go, go! Here we go. Ready. Red 18, red 18.
Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. This is Gaylord, Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Manning. Makes a catch. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Manning fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quick strike complete.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Smothers. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right.
Makes the grab in their space. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Bowen. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Arch is going to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Smashes ahead. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
It's complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Texas.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. He'll bring it out. It's Cohen. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the lofts one high and deep. Goes high to pull it in. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Handoff to Xavier. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Offense in a bunch formation. Now on the move. Maybe a crease. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Play action, here's Manning. That, friends, is a busted play, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just steamrolling the defense. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
To throw, Manning. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. On the move, it's Smothers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. Arch Madness. Makes the grab. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Manning. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Third down from the gun, Manning. That ball is caught past the marker, but he is out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. Quarterback decides, let's think this. Play over, and he calls a timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup, maybe for a read. Because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Defense showing blitz here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. It's complete on the right side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He unleashed that one, some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
This time he wants to throw. Hauls it in. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Got a man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
To throw, it's Mateer. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Shows him the stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. He wants to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Manning to throw. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the tight end. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Bowen. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Buying some time as he moves left. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. It's complete to the left. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to Robinson. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going to the running game. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the...
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Handoff for Brown. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Might be changing the route. Now here's Manning. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Here's Arch to throw. Right down the middle. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's got him this time.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Quick release by the QB. Turning it on. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Throwing Manning. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense backs going for the goal line. Touchdown Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone, and the ball is loose on the return. Takes it in! Touchdown, Texas!
Why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here. Intercepted, and the defense has set them up.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Great place to start for this offense. Manning just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Arch is going to throw for it. Touchdown, Longhorn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And right down the middle. Take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And after the turnover, out of bounds at the 12 to set up this offense.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Tight end now in motion. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the back. Manning with a play fake. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority #1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted to stop the threat. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own one.
Ready, go!
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most if something's not open.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, it's Brown. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires into the end zone. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Goes to the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
To the air, it's Mateer. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Escapes the pressure going right. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.